I would recommend listening to this chapter on a faster pace than you normally would. It's a little less quality than usual. Uh, yeah. Anywho. Hello, my sunrays. Welcome back. This will be chapter 18 of It's a Small World by emphasis on Ghostwriter, entitled Reveal Fallout. As always, link for the stick is down in the description, and I hope you all enjoy. Hitoshi, Sensei Izuku probably wasn't going to be able to hold himself together much longer. Kami knows he wouldn't have been able to if all of that had happened to him. Moved the two of them quickly, and before Izuku knew it, he was being pushed onto the couch in Shota's office down the hall from the teacher's lounge. That's when everything came crashing into him at once. They knew. Everyone in his class knew he was quirkless. All Might had told them. Everyone knew. He thought he'd be safe for a little while longer, since Bakugo had somehow managed to keep his mouth shut on the matter for once. But that had been ruined in less than 24 hours, and everyone was going to turn on him. They were going to leave him again. No, sweetheart, no. Hitoshi's comforting voice cooed softly at Izuku from where they materialized in front of him. No one's leaving you. It's far too late for that, and you're stuck with us now. The adult let out a grunt as Izuku launched himself at him, desperate to be held through the panic and reassured that he wasn't going to be abandoned a second time. Hisashi, for his part, had shifted the two of them so that they were sitting comfortably on the couch, with Izuku on his lap, and wrapped his arms securely around the kid. Keeping up a lateran of quirk-assisted reassurance and humming. The quirk wasn't just screaming, after all. He could easily hit the reassurance that brought humans comfort instead. They kept the actions up as their hearts stuttered at the broken mumbles their son was gasping out. It was little bits and pieces, sharp edges, little tidbits, and fragmented halves of sentences, but put together they told a story far too dark, a tale of abandonment, desperation, and having to face a terror the boy likely didn't even realize the depths of just to continue surviving. This adorable kid, this small, blindingly bright child, kindness, absolutely brimming with kindness and determination and potential, had been pushed away at every turn, told no. So often he'd forgotten how to receive a yes. He'd had to fight tooth and nail just to stay alive, yet still somehow managed to make it to his dream, just to have a face having it all torn away. Hisashi was going to find the resident frequencies of everyone who hurt this precious. Hisashi was going to find the resonant frequencies of everyone who had hurt his precious baby bean. But first, he was going to put Izuku down approximately never. They lived on the couch now. Shota could bring them food and the cats from the house. This would be fine. That, at least, started a little giggle out of the cat-eared boy, who was finally calming down from his panic. Hisashi pressed first a kiss, then his forehead into soft curls, sending out another hopeful, quirk-insisted hum. "Where's Zawa?" Izuku asked when he was finally breathing calmly again. He didn't make a move from where he was lying against Hizashi's shoulder, though. He had to deal with All Might. Now he's dealing with your class, Hizashi informed him. He should be here soon, though. While we're waiting, do you think you could tell me what happened? I didn't get the full story. Just that something had to come up between you two. I didn't get the full story. Just had something to do. I didn't get the full story. Just that something had and to come and find you two. Izuku started Izuku startled at the reminder that Toshi was here too, and glanced over at where the boy was situated in the office chair behind Shota's desk. The desk itself had been pushed almost into the corner, like it was an afterthought. The rest of the office seemed more designed for comfort. Soft carpet, comfortable chairs, and a couch. Shelves covered in books, games, STEM toys, and a collection of blankets. He had headphones in and was clearly trying to be engrossed in his phone, giving Izuku what measure of privacy he had during his panic, but he kept glancing over so often. But he kept glancing over every so often with concern and somewhat confused eyes. Right, he hadn't been told about the adoption yet, so it probably seemed weird. Izuku took a deep breath and wiped his face. The support company sent me trash instead of a costume on purpose. The boots. Ugh, I hate that voice. The support company sent me trash instead of the costume on purpose. The boots were the only good thing they sent, and they're made for corked feet. They wanted to show me why they sent what they did, and then All Might outed me as quirkless into the class. Also, I never told Zawa this, but about a year ago he saved me from a villain, but left me on a rooftop, and I had to use a lockpick I always kept on me to let me down. Around him, Izuku felt his Sashi go still, taking one controlled breath after another before signing something Izuku missed to Utoshi. The lavender boy jumped into action, grabbing something out of the bottom drawers of Shota's desk, and handfully of noise-canceling headphones. Before rushing over to push the specialized pair onto Izuku's head that covered his cat ears, the realization that they would have to special order these a while ago, almost as comforting as the hold Hizashi had on him. A pair of the lavender boy's own ears, removing his headphones in process. The lastly of the pair over Hizashi's ears. What's happening? Izuku signed. He doesn't want to hurt us if he loses control of his quirk. Hidashi shined, when the hero didn't remove his arms from Izuku, only crushing him closer to his chest, like they were used the contact to comfort the kid was still alive. Hidashi hands falter for a second before signing, Are you okay? I'm okay, Izuku signed back, before turning to his new parent figure and pushing himself back so he could sign to them. I'm okay, I promise. It was a long time ago, and I had my phone on me, so even if I couldn't pick the lock, I could always have called someone to get me. We all know you or Zawa would have been there in a heartbeat. Hizashi just cupped Izuku's face in his hands, eyes searching for any sign Izuku was lying. Searching for any sign Izuku was being less than truthful or okay. Other than the general events of today, then finally sighed, nodded, and removed his and Izuku's headphones. The signal it was safe for Toshi to do the same. "When did you learn to sign, little listener?" Hisashi asked, hoping he was giving them a break from the heavy conversation for a moment, while also making a mental note to teach him and everyone sign names, so he didn't have to keep spelling them out. "It took me like a second to figure out who you were." Izuku blushed, visibly approximating a strawberry. The adorable sight only helped calm Hisashi further. "I had a bunch of questions, and Zawa confirmed you use hearing aids and JSL, so I started learning." Poor Toshi just stared, baffled, when Hisashi squealed at that. "Oh my Kami, I love you so much, baby bean. You're just too good." Hisashi squeezed Izuku into another tight hug for just a moment before releasing him as Shota pushed him his way into his office carrying both teens' bags. I'm gonna DJ punch All Might in his stupid face." "I already did." The dark-haired hero grinned, absolutely screamed that he was smug and pleased with himself as he showed off his knuckles that were still red, intervening time between punching the hero, and now the man had undoubtedly spent his whole damage control with Izuku's class. "Good," Hisashi said after a second. "I'm still gonna punch him too." "I expected nothing less," Shota smirked. They had given the order of operations in a group chat after all. The two would hate to have to go back on their word. Not to interrupt, Toshi broke in from where he was sitting on the other end of the couch Hisashi and Izuku were on. "But I think I'm missing something. Particularly multiple somethings." "You are," Shota sighed, ruffling the purple teen's hair on his way to put on a comfy-looking chair's clothes. To pull one of the comfy-looking chairs closer. "You'll get more details tonight. You and your mom are coming over later so we can do introductions. Or we are if you still feel up to that, Izuku." Shota turned to the green teen. "No one would blame you if you didn't feel up to it after all." "No, I'm fine," Izuku shook his head. Now that the internal panic was over, he really did feel better. "I know I had my panic about everyone finding out, but I feel like it's deserved given everything. At least part of it, though, was that what happened just after finding that absolute joke of a costume the support company sent." Izuku sighed. "I have you, Shota, and Nezu now, and you won't let anyone hurt me over this." "Damn straight," Shota confirmed. "Don't discount Shio, though. She's more terrifying than any of us. And I'm pretty sure Ashido was on the verge of melting one of your classmates after there if Momo hadn't been there to hold her back. You've got more people in your corner now than you realize. I need to add the support company to the list of things to deal with. Zashi, remind me to make an actual list." "Nezu says to tell you he's handling it, and Majima's already offered to make Izuku's costume himself," Hidoshi informed them when his phone buzzed in his hand. Apparently, he already sent the specs from Izuku's paperwork over. That sounds like the rat. Oh, Lord Christ. That sounds about right for the rat. Aizawa sighed, fond but exasperated with the rat dad's pretentious of spying them. Anyways, long story short, you've got to keep an eye on Izuku during patrols for a while, but we don't have confirmation on his name situation until yesterday. We'll be adopting him. Apparently, your friends are already. But congratulations, you're also cousins. Hidoshi stared at Shota for a second before. Hidoshi stared at Shota for a second, then Izuku. Welcome to the family, then. He blinked. Can I also get into the punching ass might? No. Both adults chorused as Izuku snorted. He was gonna have so much fun with Hitoshi as a cousin. He could already tell. From the smirk Hitoshi shot him, he was thinking the exact same thing. That was the end of chapter 18. Oh, I cannot tell you how much I struggled recording this. But hey, it's all in the fun. Kind of. I don't know. But anyway, as always, a link for the stickers down in the description if you want to go look at it. And I'll see you all next time.